Hopefully I'm trying to finish this game before I go to work. I only have about an hour to play, so I can't do much right now. But let me make sure I'm up and streaming. And then I should be good to go. Alright. Okay, maybe that one doesn't want to charge for me. Alrighty. So we last left off with the episode of Act 5, which was pretty crazy. Basically, Martin killed, what's his name? Charlie, which is like Cheap Will Wheaton. Liam saved his wife by protecting the lifeboat protocol. And let's go into the timeline real quick. And so we started where I'm now going to hunt for the protocol. Let me hunt for the... Okay, so I think my audio sounds good. Just double checking it. Go ahead and actually turn myself down just a tad. Okay. And don't worry, I'm actually eating while I'm doing this. Like I said, I'm trying to go to work here in a little bit and just try and get some things done. Ramen, breakfast of champions here.
The entire town now seems to be a disaster area, and while authorities and relief workers from Monarch are redoubling their efforts, it seems everybody's working at capacity. And
time was broken, working out of sync. The city was in a state
Hey,
of
Ghost
chaos.
Rider. I was trying to watch your stream, but it was choppy for me.
The end of time was closing in.
I don't know what was
And you
going
still
on.
believed you could fix it?
The solution was
Stop
inside
listening,
Monarch Tower.
Cortana.
A countermeasure.
The CFR, as Monarch knew it. The key to the lifeboat protocol. Monarch's survival plan. But that didn't seem to matter to you.
I had a better plan.
Alright, so let's go. Stop listening, Cortana. Alright, sorry, Cortana's being a bitch. Alright, so looks like I got a lot of computers here, couple Chronon sources, couple media things, Intel. Alright, so let's get to it. Let's see. We're gonna have one right away, then kind of a flurry of a couple. Oh, but I was saying, Ghost Rider, I was trying to watch yours, but something was going on. Okay, a train just broke through. But I think your bit rate might be a little too high because it was showing up as choppy. Shit. Alright, where's this guy at? Alright. I'm trying to take these guys out by hitting their Chronon source. Because that's an achievement. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Oh. Nice.
That's the last of them.
Ooh, I could have shot this.
Oh, great.
Oh shit. I didn't think that'd kill me.
Christ!
Trying to find whatever collectibles there are here. Shit. You gotta go into your settings of your Twitch and see what your bitrate says. But you should also do a test online, just like on the computer, to see what your bitrate should be running at ideally. So like for my internet connection and where I'm at in the States, we do a bitrate of like 2500.
All right.
Damn it. I keep getting hit by train bits.
Christ!
Alright, come on. Where are these guys at? He got killed by the train.
That's my cue.
one way to die. Which actually, I don't think I'm killing any of these guys. Wait, can I not listen to the radio?
Now, where do they keep the countermeasure? Shouldn't be too hard to find. It's the biggest damn building in Riverport.
Hello, Riverport. This is Teresa Sedmak. As I am sure you are aware, things are very chaotic right now all over Riverport and in the rest of the world. There's an epidemic of collisions of some kind happening. Car accidents, air collisions, all eerily similar to the Port Donnelly bridge crash we experienced earlier, where nobody seems to see these accidents coming until they happen. I personally witnessed a car ramming into three people, a family as they were crossing the street, and I do not know where that car came from. The street was clear and
People are
the
freaking out.
situation is being addressed by Monarch Solutions, who are responding
That's the first collectible, right? Okay.
to the crisis line.
Alright, there's a Chronon source in there. Let's just double check this area. And actually, let me do this real quick. So I need to do my time shield more.
Jack? I hope you can hear me.
Fiona? Is that you?
Yes. I wasn't sure if I could make this work. Listen, the CFR, it's not easy to reach, but you can access it from Serene's office. A friend of mine has unlocked the CFR chamber, but the rest of the place is still in lockdown. I think I could help you with that. Like this.
I guess you can.
Serene isn't in the building anymore, so maybe you don't have to run into him.
Alright, new Chronon source. Alright, let's double check. Okay, so there's a couple things right here. So I need an extra, I want an extra activation of time dodge.
Welcome to the international headquarters of Monarch Solutions. This state-of-the-art building has become world famous for its unique architecture and its iconic presence in the Riverport skyline. Incorporating an unprecedented level of automation designed with both comfort and security in mind, complete with a zero-carbon footprint, the building provides a safe and environmentally friendly workplace for thousands of Monarch employees. Monarch Solutions. All we think about is the future.
Zero carbon footprint. Well, in that case, I'm sure you're all cool.
Alright, so now I have to go all the way to the top.
Mr. Hatch! I thought you... They said you're dead.
They are confused about a great many things. I have a little job for you.
But I mean, I'm not sure I should...
You are still working for me.
Yes, of course. Whatever you say, Mr. Hatch.
So I'm being hunted on like 2 fronts at least for sure. Alright, so there should be a third one here. Oh, here we go.
Buildings in lockdown. The hell's that even mean?
Poor bastard doesn't know anything about the train crash. Hope he doesn't have a heart attack when time resumes.
Alright, was that the... Nope, so the next thing's a file. Alright, I got those 2. I don't know if I can go out this way. I don't think so. Alright, so I need to go upstairs. Pop behind him. Blow up his harness.
God. Right. Paul's office.
Ooh, what's that? Monarch radio now. Won't work in stutters. Radio waves get stuck. Same as everything else. Use stutter-proof hardline terminals instead. Okay, that's interesting. And there should be 2 more around these parts. Is that... Yeah, that's the TV I did from earlier. Okay, nothing else this way. Let's double check. Yeah, nothing.
Alright, how am I getting to Paul's office?
Hey Pablo. I think it's getting close. You better get your ass to the stutter-proof area. I still can't believe this is real. But you've seen what it's like out there. Half the world's gone to shit. Just glad we're in here. I don't know how it's all gonna play out, but at least this way we get a chance. Maybe we can fix things later. I bet those science guys can work it out, right? And hey, if you see that Jack Joyce asshole, just run, dude, okay? I was talking to Clarice, and I didn't realize it before, but I thought he was just sneaky or lucky or something. But I saw some of the battle reports from the field, and he's just a machine. Effort just shoots his way through everything we throw his way. I know this place is safe, but I figure he'll show up sooner or later. I heard he's got some personal beef with Serene. So when he comes, you better stay out of his way. Let the Jarheads handle that if they can. If Joyce is coming after Serene, he's gonna be pretty mad when he finds out the boss took the chopper out. Wait, the boss took the chopper out. You hear anything about that? What the F was that about? So it could get pretty ugly. See you when the dust clears. Stay safe, man. LT.
I really don't want to go outside. The world's just one crazy.
Alright, shifter.
No way for them to understand what's happening.
Attention lifeboat security protocols are now in full effect. Our stutter proofing has failed, and we have reports of Shifter in the building. You know the drill. We have trained for this. Do not approach Shifter alone. Remember that you are not restricted by physical space in the same way we are. Deploy dampeners and watch your backs. Work in teams and remember your tactics. Maintain your distance. Don't take unnecessary chances. Comms are unreliable due to stutter, so pass the word to others and take advantage of stutter collabs to communicate as effectively as you can. We're attempting to repair this stutter proofing as quickly as possible, but be advised that contrary to our earlier timeline, which gave us years more to prepare, we believe now we're on the verge of the final zero state, and every single stutter we encounter is more and more likely to be the one that never ends. That means our priorities have changed. Lifeboat protocol is full effect in ensuring the success of our objective, whatever the opposition is. Shifters, Jack Joyce, anybody else. It is vital to remember our training. If we do things right, we'll make it out. We will make our way into the lifeboat. Good luck, make me proud. Alright, so let's take a look. Alright, so there should be a little bit of time before the next one.
What's going on here? Thought I'd run into organized resistance.
Monarch shifted gears. There's this survival program, and you're either in it or you're irrelevant. So everybody's just scrambling, and Serene's acting weird. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's just waiting for it all to end. But you're gonna keep that from happening, right?
That's the plan. We'll see how good that works. I wouldn't get in an elevator
I was getting closer to the
when
countermeasure.
time's stopping all crazy.
Paul had the key to fixing the fracture all along, but he didn't see it.
There was nothing to see. He believed the fracture couldn't be fixed. That's why he used the countermeasure, the CFR, to create the lifeboat.
Is that people just jumping? Oh, that's the stutter thing. Okay.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's gonna suck. Martin Hatch to security team. Martin Hatch has maintained an authority over Monarch Solutions and its employees, along with his security clearance, has been rescinded. I want a full security team watching him at all times. He's not to be given access to any computer systems or communications. Don't talk with him. Don't allow him to talk to anybody. Lock him down and keep him locked down. If he attempts to escape, shoot to kill. I'll deal with him when I'm done with the present crisis.
Those men died fighting something that lives outside of time.
The very reason our weapons program was built. Serene knew they were coming.
Weapons weren't doing the trick.
Let's face it, the shifters just... They got your ass, Mr. Postman. I'm trying to watch.
Mr. Hack, sir. I mean, if I deactivate the study spoofing system, won't that, if time stops again, then the building will be...
Let me worry about that.
It's just that I'm really not sure this is okay. Couldn't we just check with somebody?
Do I have to look up your home address?
No, sir. I'll do it.
See that you do.
Okay. Should be nothing else here. And we got a couple more coming up here in a second. No, I want my assault rifle.
Fiona, can you get this door open for me?
I think so. Sorry, this isn't quite my forte. I know a guy who would do this in his sleep, but he's about as dependable as... Oh, never mind, that's it. Be careful. You'll have company in there.
Oh, can I not look at these yet?
Incoming.
Shit. Reload, reload. Trying to get my time shield achievement. Alright, that's enough.
Oh, God.
Two juggernauts? Shit. Need ammo.
Is that all you got?
Shit, run. Go. Hey Dev Gamer, how's it going, man? I don't know how long you wrote, kind of in the middle of the firefight here, but it's going pretty good. Trying to finish this game before I go to work. How are you doing? Nice, man. Alright, let my powers kind of heal back up. So have you ever played this game before? Oh, you don't own an Xbox? I think this is also for PC. If you own a PC, I think this is one of the few crossover titles. So it's interesting. This one has like a TV show built in it, and I'm actually playing a guy who's a real actor. So the guy I'm playing is, I don't know if you ever saw the first couple X-Men, but he's Iceman. And then if you watch Game of Thrones, the enemy here is Littlefinger. Yeah, I think this is one of the titles that crossed over, but you have to buy it for, like, from Xbox. You can't buy it on Steam. Yeah, so there's actually a live TV show that's influenced by your actions in this, and everyone that's involved does pretty good. Yeah, you can't get it on Steam. I think you have to
Monarch
get it
PR machine
from
was going strong.
Microsoft. Like you have to
Public
go
believed
to
that they were doing what the police
the
force couldn't,
Xbox Live on the
protecting them from a
PC,
terrorist threat.
and then you can get
From-
it.
You.
Alright, Monarch PR protocol. Monarch Solutions responds to tragedy, no public aggression, coercion, manipulation over violence. Contain, bury, spin, everything friendly, safe, authority, control, Mayor, Riverport, PD. Monarch assisting the authorities, deploy SEDMARK for media control, remove Radford, manufacture terrorist threat, Jack Joyce, Jack Joyce should be clear later in addition on the board. InfoWars. See Charlie Wilcott for details. Flood social networks, media sites with narrative. Drown out legitimate reports with flood of conflicting accounts. paint troublemakers as bleeding heart extremists, attain critical mass, useful idiots will take over trolling. Yeah, that usually is what happens. It doesn't matter if you're right on something. So this game is pretty easy. The hardest part about it is I'm a completionist. So each level has a number of different collectibles. So quantum ripples, intel, chronon sources, documents, computers, media, and each one of those, there's a lot like inside of there's a lot inside of the game. So that's my biggest thing. But as far as gameplay, the shooting is not the best for third person, but overall the game itself is pretty fun. I like it. I'm renting it for free, so borrowed it from a buddy basically, and that
You told me
actually
that
kind of
Hatch
makes
had
it
Paul's
better.
full support. I saw otherwise.
There was a temporary misunderstanding.
So this is Aleem Lodin from Vera Kovacs. I don't think we've heard from either of these. Did you hear Hatch is out? I don't know how exactly what went down, but Holden from Acquisition says Hatch did something really piss off Serene. Maybe something that involved blowing something up on the island. I don't know. Frankly, I don't know if Holden did either. It all sounds pretty crazy even by Monarch standards. Anyways, Holden says Hatch got escorted out of his office by a whole bunch of armed security guards. I mean, that wasn't a security will escort you out of the building situation, Holden says. It was for real. So I guess the guy's done. Good riddance. Maybe now we can get some work done without him Darth Vadering the crap out of us. Guys always creep me out. Oh, and another thing too. You were right. Dr. Amaral came back. I was sure Joyce would just kill her, but nope, she made it back alive. Anyway, glad I was wrong about that one. She's cool people. She picked a good time to come back, too. Things are getting really bad outside. It's really starting to dawn on me that we're really lucky to be in here, instead of stuck out there with all the craziness. They said there's planes coming down out of the sky now. Crazy. Let me know if you're okay, Liam V. Alright, so let's see what else. So we should have low space and then 3 or potentially 5 right away.
Fiona, I'm trying to get to the Sky Bridge.
Skybridge. I'm marking it right now. Okay. Yeah, I think I got it. Hey, Jack, be careful. There's something really weird going on in this building.
Monarch was scrambling. Paul's empire was falling apart all around me. I'd never seen anything like it. But Paul had. That's what he was preparing for all those years. He didn't do a very good job.
Littlefinger wasn't so great at planning.
Holy shit.
Chronon source. Alright, man. Hey, feel free to throw a follow. I stream pretty much every day, and I stream a lot of different games. But yeah, feel free to come back. Is that Kung Fury? I'm not sure what that was. I haven't read this guy's screenplay, but apparently now he's given up he's taken out a mortgage for it and stuff. That doesn't sound good. Alright, we should have 2 more here. Pretty close.
They have a time machine here? Shit. This is where they brought the University Core.
Ensure minor
Paul's machine.
Monarch paperweight with
So
no
they have
ensure
a top
personnel that the CFR chamber is secure. A confession to Paul Serene from Bernard Ricker. Sir, I know I won't have a chance to read. Wait, I know you won't have a chance to read this email until you return to HQ. But I have turned this over in my head repeatedly and I see no other option than letting you know what I've done. I have deactivated the stutter proofing at the building. I had maintenance access and I used it. But I want you to know I did it under tremendous duress. Martin Hatch left me no choice. He threatened my family and see what else to do. I still don't. I know there are shifters out there. The stutter proofing is gone and I don't have a chronon harness, so technically I'm safe. The shifters only exist in stutters. And when one of those hits, I freeze just like the rest of the world. So whatever happens during the stutter, I'm safe, barring some kind of desynchronized related accident. What that means, though, is that one eye blink, I'm here. The next one, there's 2 dead strikers on the floor. Dead because of me. Their blood all over me from nowhere. I'm looking at them right now, typing this on my phone. I can smell blood and, I don't know, ozone, I guess, and smoke. Their gears sparking. They'd be alive if I hadn't. I'm sorry, I think I'm hyperventilating. I don't know if I can hold it together much longer. I don't know why Hatch wanted this to happen, but he did. I think he wanted the CFR for some reason. You can't trust that effort, sir. I know you're close, but I think he's as evil as they come. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm not making up excuses. I know I effed up. I don't know how to deal with this. I have always respected your drive and dedication. You have no idea, but I have those things. I'm just an engineer. This is just too much for me. If you come back and fix things, please look after my family. They didn't have anything to do with this. Bernard Richter, Senior Chronon Tech. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit until I get to next couple things. Let's see if... So I have 1 point, and the only thing I can upgrade left is my time shield, so... Coming up on a chronon source, and it's not supposed to be for a while. But on the other side of this wall, yeah. Oh, good time to kick back in.
What the fuck was that thing? The train.
All personnel, stay clear of the lower levels. There's a possible hazard. Repeat, stay clear of the lower levels. There appears to be a train crashed into the building. The situation is under control. All personnel should remain in secure areas. There are intruders in the building. Repeat, remain in secured areas.
Another door I need help with, Fiona.
They're at Serene's office. Good. Just a second. This one's a little tricky. Serene's got access to the CFR chamber, and there's going to be a pretty dangerous guy they're guarding. Got it. Just be careful, okay?
Paul was already gone, but he left behind the one thing I needed.
Untitled note. I've left this message here for you to find so that soon when time comes and I ask you to choose, you can do so with your eyes open and some hint of understanding. I have no secrets, and the only things I choose to admit are the ones that you, in your current and limited state, would not be able to grasp, no matter how hard I tried to make you understand. I've walked down the same path you are on now, once from your perspective a long time ago, although time no longer has such meaning to me. I too came in contact with a time machine. In my case, it was not a man-made device, but a natural one in a cave. It should come as no surprise, really, that such things exist, like natural nuclear reactors do exist, such as now defunct ones at Oklahoma, Africa. And after all, Milo's choice field has its irregularities. I too become Chronon activated to develop Chronon syndrome, and in time I too lose control and become a shifter. Became at once everything is and nothing, where everything and nowhere died countless deaths, and was still alive, my every possibility happening at once. I promised I wouldn't lie to you, and thus I tell you, the noise and the pain and the rage were more than anyone could suffer and not go insane. I burned inside this fire for a long time. There was brief moments of awareness in the endless nightmare. Different versions of certain key moments in my life that I found myself reliving again and again, trying to make things right, like a puzzle, on and on. I am convinced that the stutters and the end of time saved me, for those were the only times where I could even briefly stop and rest and slowly focus and control again, and ultimately master this state, not emerge from it, not be cured, not go back to what I was before. There's no such thing, but to learn to be in one place and everywhere at once. My perception is altered, like someone who has seen a perceptual illusion and discovered that the picture is both of a young girl and an old woman at the same time. Once you see them both, you can never not see them. We are such limited beings. We play with just one piece on just one square of an endless chessboard, just one life, one timeline in an infinite multiverse of possibilities. Am I an exception, the only one who has found his way to the other side, or is this just Shifter's brief dream before the stutter collapses? There are other Shifters. You, your best friend, who is now your mortal enemy, Dr. Kim, some of whom you know. It doesn't matter who, because they're gone. When they emerge, if they ever emerge, they will not be who they were, just as I am not who I was before. I've done my part in helping you all achieve this state. If time is an ocean with a frozen surface, then the stutters at the end of time are the holes in the ice, opportunities to come up for air. I have a plan, it's already in motion. But it would be futile to try to explain this to you. Like trying to explain three-dimensional to someone who can only see one. But make no mistake, I do not look down on you. I've strived for humility even as I shift from this world, from one state to another. I'll make it possible. I stand in between. I don't see myself as a gate. I remain humble. I'm something smaller, a hatch. So that's interesting.
My office alarm went off. Is that you skulking around, Jack?
Fuck you. I'm done playing games. I'm here for what you stole.
Yes, of course.
The CFR. If you understood just how much depended on that, you'd leave it alone. But I know you don't care.
You're right. I don't. And it looks like you're not here to stop me.
Yes. Yes, everything will play out as it has to play out. I'll see you very soon, Jack.
Hey, that was a perfectly good phone.
I'm done dancing your tune, you crazy bastard.
Final instructions to Clarice Ogawa. As you know, I have a mission to embark on, so I'll try to be brief. I have initiated the lifeboat protocol over Martin's objectives. However, given how things have developed since then, I'm glad I did. I don't fully understand Martin's motives, but it's obvious he's moving against me and against the entire survival plan itself. I know you have worked closely with him, and I know that this must come as a shock. It is alarming that in evading capture, Martin took out an entire securities team for an unarmed man who's ostensibly not combat trained. That should be impossible. Obviously, this is highly alarming news. I don't know if he had help or if there's even more to Martin than we have come to suspect. But he has had free reign over this company for a long time, and he's extremely resourceful and persuasive. It's not clear to me that I can trust him at this point. But I know I can depend on you. I trust that you will see things through in my absence and ensure the stutter proofing stays up. And particularly, I would appreciate if you would ensure that Dr. Arnold stays safe in the lifeboat. She has been through a lot during the past 24 hours, and she still managed to make her way back to us and bring vital intel. Thank you for your loyal service, Clarice. It always has been appreciated, Paul. Alright, so let's see. Alright, those are the next two in line, and we got quite a few coming up.
It was just a couple of minutes between stutters.
The countermeasure was Paul's prize. Everything he built was based on Will's device. His plan depended on it. You better believe I look forward to taking it from him.
Only one of Serene's treatments survived the explosion. His time was running out.
So was everybody else's.
Paul, don't worry about it. We're on schedule. Your time machine core from the university has been transported to HQ and is currently being installed in the new time machine frame we've built for it. You'll have direct access to it from the CFR chamber as requested, and no, before you ask, you can't access the CFR chamber from the time machine. The elevator can only be activated within the chamber, so no one working on the machine can get to the CFR. I thought you'd appreciate the layer of added security. You know how important it is for you to keep the CFR safe. Anyways, I know you don't actually intend to use the time machine, but should you ever need it, all we need to do is deploy the corridor. It's actually all hooked up now, but we're still running some final diagnostics. Tech should be ready before the gala is over. Oh, I guess I should have started at the bottom of this. Alright. Paul, we have finalized the plans for acquiring and transporting the Time Machine core from the university lab. Your instructions are quite clear. We won't actually move until your younger self has entered the machine, and the men will try to take the Joyces alive, with the understanding that Jack Joyce in particular could be a threat. Neither can be allowed to escape under any circumstance. I'm still quite uncomfortable with all this, Paul. I understand your reasoning, and I know the stakes are high, but I don't want to see anybody hurt. It's antithetical that to my role that's a scientist. I wish you'd reconsider. Surely there's a better way to resolve this. Oh, wait. Check the text real quick. Dang, in that short time I got like a whole bunch of notifications apparently. Okay, so wait. Surely there's a better way to resolve this. More implications aside, the lock of Dr. Joyce's expertise alone would be a great blow. If everything goes smoothly and quietly, we will transport the core directly to Monarch via ground route. If there's commotion and it seems as any risk of detection, we will instead airlift the core to our dry docks operation, then move it discreetly from there to HQ. The construction of the new time machine frame at the top of Monarch Tower has been finished since last year. Once we have received the core, it will be installed into the time machine. Pre-orders. I don't know if you intend to use it, but even with the limitations the nature of time travel imposes on us, I have to say it seems like a great waste not to take advantage of such a resource, both strategic and scientific point of view. Alright, let's see. Sophia, I understand why you would feel that way, but this isn't something I take lightly. It's my experience that time travel only complicates things, and while my own trip through time has given us great opportunities, it's also set me on this path. I want to control it, not use it. That said, I want to have the time machine ready to use for emergencies. My foreknowledge of future events will end very soon. It might prove useful to have the option of obtaining more detailed information from the future. Obviously, given that the furthest you could go back is the activation at the university, visiting my past seems far useless. Also, ensure that the machine is heavily guarded at all times. Nobody is allowed to operate the machine besides myself. I want the corridor to remain undeployed unless I give specific orders to the contrary. As for the Joyce brothers, I intend to give Will the option of joining us if possible, but I know him. He's very stubborn and unstable man, and I don't know if we could ever trust him. I don't need to remind you that he built in that ridiculous little workshop with very limited resources, a device that broke the local physics at Ground Zero and caused my Chronon syndrome. But I don't intend to give him a chance to show us what else he could do if he decides that we're a target. That, along with the visions I've seen, there are certain sentimental reasons that make me wish I could let William live, but I doubt that he makes it possible for us. Let's see. As of Jack, I'm not too worried about him. It took me a long time to master my abilities, so Jack should be Shouldn't be a major problem unless he manages to use his stutters to escape the area. Luckily, stutters should be very rare in these early stages of the fracture. Still, I've come too far to take any chances. I'd prefer to take him alive, but nothing can be allowed to put our plan at risk. I'm sorry to have involved you in something like this. I know it's not what you signed up for, and as I said, I don't expect you to be personally involved with any part of the operation in any way. I'm not particularly happy about this part myself. I wish I had better options, but our circumstances are as they are, and have come too far to falter now. I hope you understand. This is a long one. Paul, yes, of course, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to add to your burden. I know these are hard decisions. You can count on us to proceed as planned. I know you're exceptionally busy now that the time is almost upon us. I was hoping you'd have time for dinner. Oh. Sophia, please update me on our progress. What's the time machine core relocation? What are we with this? Okay, so that's where I first read. That was a whole lot to read. So there's still more stuff going on here, but so far that's a couple of them. Let's see, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left still. That's a lot.
Paul spent a long time running Monarch in secret. It probably didn't help with that whole disconnected from reality thing.
I wish my memories about the end of time were clever, but it's anything but clever. A clear time in my life. And the world was such a jumble, a frozen mess. Alright, one sec. I'm not sure yet, Ghost Rider. Depends if I finish this, and I work pretty late. Like, I probably won't get home until 11, 12 PST. So, what is that, like 8 hours from now or something? So we'll see. I'm not sure if we'll be able to stream that or not. Let's see. And the world is such a jumble, a frozen mess of different timelines crashing together. I was running for my life the whole time, trying to avoid the shifters. Not an ideal state of mind for gathering intel. And it didn't help that she kept chasing me, trying to kill me. Beth Wilder, one of my own people. It was her along. Even then, trapped in the end of time, as little as I understood about what was going on, I could tell she wasn't like me, that she didn't have powers I did. I knew she had some kind of technology that kept her going in the suspended hell. Of course, I had no idea it was a device I would eventually have my people develop. I suppose I should appreciate the irony that it was her Chronon harness, my own Chronon harness, that gave me the idea for the lifeboat protocol. The idea that our technology could let humanity survive the end of time. I suppose I have to thank her for them. And she's paid for her sins in the end, but she left her mark on me. I know the time to pay for mine is approaching quickly, but not just yet. It depends what character you pick on how you want to do the badass nomads on there. I'm hoping this level's finished soon because I gotta head to work soon, like I said. Back then, Wilder and I played a game of cat and mouse at the end of time. If I'd had an ounce of control over my powers that I do now, things would have turned out very differently between the two of us. She was strong and had training. I was young and weak and scared. Even so, my abilities gave me an edge. I was lucky that she didn't have the full striker gear. She was the one with the upper hand. I didn't learn to learn to properly control my abilities until much later. In those days, they were unpredictable and operated on instinct. Control didn't come easy. I can't help but be aware that this doesn't seem to be the case for Jack. His mastery is growing by leaps and bounds. It is just because that's the way he's always been, fast on his feet, bold and adaptive, or is the fracture affecting him too? I thought we could contain him. It's cost us dearly. It's not a mistake I will make again. So, if you're the assassin, you probably just want to get a good sniper rifle and you know, clip him on the head from far away. They have a lot of life. Once you break, if you get like an effective thing on them though, they go down a lot quicker. Okay, so I got a couple more bits here. Let's see. I need 2 more. Yeah, okay, I need 2 more chronon sources for that. Here we go. So this is all timeline.
17 years he lived through twice. All of it mapped out from memory.
He knew the market trends before they occurred. He had the tools to make a fortune, and he did.
So you think 17 years was the earliest they could get the fracture
Paul told
done?
me that he tried to change things. Failed. What he'd seen, it broke him. And I'd seen Beth go down the same path, but Paul... it consumed him.
Alright, what's this say? Quantum research, Ripple unit. Ooh, this is gonna be another long one. Try to get through this real quick. Paul, Martin, I know you've both been arguing about the Quantum Ripple Cassidy Research Subdivision. It has great potential and we should keep it funded. I must once again implore you to reconsider. I'll be the first one to admit that the technology is impressive, but the fact that Dr. Mofins and Rogers can actually track the consequential rippling out from minor shifts within the minor Joyce field is incredible. And the level of information and detail they managed to obtain is amazing. But here's the one thing: they've been at this for 2 years and now have not produced a single useful result. Yet we can trace actual events from their small inception points to the actual consequences, very much keeping in the basic chaos theory concept of the butterfly flapping its wings. But, well, so what? Every single thing that happens in the universe is a result of a chain of events. Being able to see the chain offers no real insight into anything due to the very randomness of the process. Furthermore, it's utterly misleading. You could say that some tiny event or tiny decision in my life yesterday led to me writing this email. And that's technically true, but so did some tiny event or tiny decision in my life 15 years ago. It's all a chain. The events yesterday didn't take place in a vacuum, and it didn't come out of nowhere, so what's the point? We have no control over it. If we don't get to direct it, and we get no useful information from it. Also, have you actually seen the reports they generate? From a technological point of view, the way we manage to automate their analysis of the fluctuation signatures within my Joyce field is impressive. But again, it's all meaningless babble with no practical applications. Their personal remarks on the reports are even worse. With all due respect, Ron and Terry and their indisputable technical expertise, I don't know what they're doing, and I'm not sure they do either. It's like they're coming up with stuff at random. The above outlines concerns as the futility of the entire process. I suspect that may not be enough to sway you, but I have one final point which I think we'll consider very, very carefully. The entire program is an unforgiven waste of Monarch resources. I don't mean money, although the entire Quantum Ripple Cassidy's research subdivision is costing us millions and millions of dollars, but that doesn't matter because I know we can afford that. However, there's more vital resources they're consuming. Each time they fire up the rig and delve into the Meyer-Joyce field, they eat up a huge amount of chronon particles. Those are a finite resource, and as you know, we are projecting that ground zero is yielding will rapidly diminish as the fracture takes hold, which will happen very soon. You may not understand what the real impact of this is, so let me put it to you in practical terms. Every single time they detect and analyze a quantum ripple, it costs us a week of potential lifeboat runtime minimum. Given Monarch's primary purpose and the total lack of useful results, I believe that's a luxury we cannot afford. I recommend shutting them down immediately, or at the latest during our next reorg, we can reallocate the resources to something useful and put Ron and Terry's expertise to great use in designing the lifeboat. I'm sure we wouldn't regret putting them in work on that. So, given their track record, warning gun on Cronin Tech. Okay, so let's see. Alright, next ones are kind of spaced out here. So, I saw the entire timeline. Wait, can I go one by one or no? Anything back here? Doesn't look like it.
Dr. Amaral was the one thing keeping Paul alive, but reading through their exchanges, there was something more than professional going on.
That's not my place to comment on.
I find myself at a loss. We knew the fracture would arrive. It would arrive. It was clear very quickly that the process was occurring much faster than Paul's projections. His expertise had led us to believe that was alarming in itself, but there's another concern with the fracture. Paul's condition seems to be accelerating rapidly. I don't know what to do about either one of these issues. I haven't had the chance to examine Paul properly, and of course he won't consent to any real tests at this point. He won't take the time, not with the situation being as critical as it is. He has prepared for the gala to take care of every little stupid thing Martin trots out for him. He won't think of himself at all. I'm afraid that's costing us dearly. So I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I believe this acceleration is a reaction to the stutters in time in the zero state. His wave function is further disrupting his body by excessive chronon energies within his body. But before the university incident, before the fracture, the conditions were progressive, but controllable. The lack of stutters helped keep it in check. Now its progress is rampant, and I worry that it may reach a critical point soon. We always knew that was a possibility, but all of our projections assumed we'd have years, time enough to come up with care or a way to stop its progress, which means there's a very real chance that in the near future Paul's condition overtakes him. And if he does become a shifter, I don't know what to do about it. We haven't been able to help Dr. Kim. I don't know what we could do for Paul. I don't know what to do. The treatments are still working, but they take a toll on him. Their effect is greatly diminished. I'm concerned we may hit a point where he is forced to use them so often that the treatment becomes worse than the condition itself. And yet I don't see any other options. He will not rest. He insisted on doing so much. I know he chafes under his dependence on the treatments. He sees that as weakness. I'm afraid I may lose him.
Paul was a powerful man, the leader of an empire. But behind the veil, he was a dying man. The signs were clear.
He was dying. Okay, so 4 more things here. Alright, nothing else.
Just one of you. Rick. Look, you have to realize you're not going to keep me from the CFR. You don't look like you're in any shape for this.
Emily.
Have it your way. Of course he's gonna just give up.
Okay, so I gotta kill him without the dampener, I guess.
Don't do it, man. Just stay down.
Fuck you. I've got too much writing on this. You're not going anywhere.
Seeing that face put it into perspective. They were all misled, manipulated to believing they were doing what was right, what was necessary.
Liam Burke made his choice.
Liam Burke was an unnecessary casualty, one of way too many. They'd stockpiled all the chronon particles from Ground Zero to keep the lifeboat running.
Enough to hopefully last until a proper solution was discovered.
Everyone, please advise that we are now at the point where lifeboat activation may occur. Accordingly, I have ensured the preparations are underway for activation. As part of this, what chronon particle stores still remain at Ground Zero harvesting operation are being moved towards headquarters and placed into the master chronon particle repository to be placed under the CFR's control. Please be aware that we have managed to accumulate until this point is very likely to be all the chronon particles we'll ever have access to. Due to the fracture's effect, the Myers-Joyce field Ground Zero anomaly is showing definite signs of weakening. As a result, the chronon particles yield decreasing drastically and will soon drop to baseline. While we will obviously continue more traditional chronon particles harvesting operations in order to maximize our stockpile, we need to recognize that sourcing them outside of Ground Zero conditions is extremely inefficient. In plain terms, unless we find another source of chronon particles, I don't believe we will. What we have now is what we will ever have. Please be aware that use of all chronon technology eats into our limited resources. And while, of course, we recognize that we need to have our strikers and soldiers operate in stutters, each operation undertaking will eat away in our stockpile. and in very real terms cost us days of lifeboat runtime. According to the plan, all users of this technology closely and choose our battles carefully. That said, we should also realize the ongoing situation with Jack Joyce constitutes an emergency and will most likely require unconventional chronon particle investments. Just the same, we should be aware of the cost. I expect to see projected chronon particle consumption rates for the foreseeable future and simulations of how long our stockpile will last, and adjust all scenarios we have discussed. See our last meeting minutes in our Monday meeting. Alright, there's another one over here.
The lifeboat revolved around the countermeasure. He knew Will would try to take it back. That's why he was killed. He knew I'd try to do the same eventually.
Clearly, he was right.
Because there are some certain lack of clarity about when it's appropriate for someone to enter the CFR chamber and mess with the chronon field regularly, and because I have just had to fire Kevin Janeway because he did the exact thing. Let me remind you CFR procedure. You don't touch the CFR, period. I may touch the CFR because I'm lead technician in charge of it. Dr. Sophia Amaral may touch the CFR because she's the head of research and she knows what she's doing. Mr. Paul Serene may touch the CFR because he's effing Paul Serene. Or he's Paul effing Serene. And it's the CFR. Nobody else touches the CFR. On occasion, some enormously lucky individual who has personally been trained by me and are proven to be very, very dependable and incredibly good at their jobs, who don't have a track record of either trying to enter the CFR chamber like paint huffing imbeciles because they just want to take a closer look at it, and who have remembered to bribe the lead technician in charge of the CFR with Tom Waits Watts tickets. I don't know. May be given written instructions to perform specific procedures on the CFR. That will be great honor to sign a significant degree of trust, and those people should be according all professional aspects an appropriate degree of brown nosing and or passive aggressive displays of envy by their peers. Or to put it another way, you don't touch the CFR unless you want to join Kevin in the how to stop being an arrogant dumb shit who jeopardize the only hope of the future of the entire human race because he's man's planning as thought. Never heard that term. What the CFR really needed is a random dude who knew better self-improvement courses down at the unemployment office, which I'm sure is where we all believe he was escorted by those armed men. There are no exceptions to this. The entirety of lifeboat protocol depends on the CFR being present, properly connected, and functioning normal. You do not want to jeopardize this. This is bigger than any of us, and we are not here to F around. Alright, so let's see. So there's two more in here, somewhere relatively close. And there they are.
Fiona, I'm at the CFR chamber. Door's locked.
That's way above my access level. But since my friend disabled security earlier, I should be able to do this. Listen, I don't really know what the plan is, but it's all up to you now. Good luck.
It was like walking into a shrine.
There'd been some kind of
This
struggle
was
in
their
the
holy
chamber.
relic.
I didn't know the details. Somebody cleaned it up.
A man named Charlie Wincott. I believe he chose to take a stand. Unfortunately, it ended badly for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems to be that kind of work environment.
This thing feels like a conundrum wrapped in a puzzle. An incredible piece of technology, and I feel like we're only scratching the surface of what it can do. And we already have learned so much. I thought I had a good understanding of the intricacies of chronon particles and their practical applications. Now I've realized that I've still got a great deal to learn. The CFR, as I have decided to call it, is a little miracle. How such a small device can do so much is beyond me. I know it taps into the Myers-Joyce field, but I don't know how. My experiments just show it can do it. It can also manipulate field. I wish I knew how. Still, the mechanics of the operation gives me ideas, new adventures, or new avenues of thought. I've been trying to find such for a long time. The task that I've been set by Mr. Serene has frankly stumped me for years. Knowing what we observe as passage of time is just the result of chronon particles being constantly generated within the Myers-Joyce field is a simple fact that I've been aware of for a long time. But being able to manipulate those particles in a meaningful way, well, that's another question. The mechanics of the situation are clear, almost frustratingly so. In a zero-state environment, there's no chronon particles. Thus, time is frozen. The idea of artificially flooding an area with chronon particles to enable passage of time is the obvious solution, but actually finding a way to do that is something else. Not only are chronon particles incredibly difficult to source, so obtaining enough to actually stutter-proof an area from any time longer than a fraction of a second has always seemed impossible. Perhaps even more importantly, the mechanism of manipulating the particles is the way it would actually allow me to define a certain volume or space as stutter-proof has consistently eluded me. While Ground Zero has solved a former problem for us, we're almost up and running. Very soon we will have the ability to harvest chronon particles at useful rates and be able to build truly formidable stockpile of them in the years to come. As for the later problem, manipulating the chronon particles, that seem to be something of CFR does with ease. Its ability to tap into the Myers-Joyce field and effect changes in its topography is exactly what I need. Unfortunately, I don't know how it does it. I don't have a clue, and I don't know how to effectively control these effects. But my research into the particle effects of its operation has given me the ideas of different kind of chronon technology that works in somewhat similar principle, except for instead of tapping into the Myers-Joyce field, it generates a similar localized field of its own, an artificial chronon particle field. And with that field, we can manipulate chronon particles at will. This means we should be able to create stutter-proofing technology, allowing us to shield certain areas from the effects of a zero state, and I believe we'll be able to miniaturize the technology to allow for personalized devices with the same effect. It's almost like an environmental suit of sorts, with the harness that the user would wear to create a chronon field around its body. There are still many challenges here, one of which is any significant volume of stutter-proofing space will incur the unacceptable high drain on chronon particles, which we are decidedly limited resource. Obviously, with the lifeboat cargo requiring large stutter-proofing area, we can maintain for years, quite possibly decades. This is a critical issue we have to solve. And Mr. Serene has made it quite clear to me, frankly, even Mr. Hatch backing me, the thought of disappointing Serene over makes me quite anxious. I understand his concerns, and of course they are entirely founded in immense intensity unraveling. In any case, hopefully that I will figure out this problem soon. I'm hoping to be able to use the CFR itself to regulate the flow of chronon particles. Given its nature, I suspect I might be intimately suitable for such a role, lifeboat protocol, and cut down our chronon's consumption rate by a great margin. My control over the CFR is limited, but it seems to be a very basic function for it, so I'm optimistic I can do it. I'm still looking into it, the one thing at a time. We've already made great progress, and I will say Mr. Serene's been quite complimentary with the successes, so I think he'll give us the time we need. Well, it's not like he has a lot of choice in the matter. I'll be honest, the CFR is becoming a bit of an obsession for me. I wish I could sit down and have a conversation and just ask those questions. How did he build it? What's it actually for? but I've been denied that opportunity. A part of me wants to open the CFR and get to the bottom of it, but the potential consequences terrify me. We've already seen what it can do if unleashed. Even worse, there's a possibility that I can put it back together. Just the idea of making a mistake like that is a positively bowel liquefying thought. Having to explain that to Mr. Serene, no thank you. So as it is, I've only dared to open up a bit of the casing to get a rough idea of how some of the engineering size. It's amazing work, and it has certainly been a lesson in humanity to me. I still have a lot to learn, but I'm a very fast learner, and this has been the most important work anyone has ever engaged in the history of humanity. If we succeed in our mission, the world will not forget the name Dr. Henry Kim. Okay, so let's see, there should be one more. That was a lot. So what's his name's dead, and then what's this? So that's his, it says Data Samurai. Knowledge is power. I just got an achievement. So I've located all the intel items in the game. Alright, let's go in here.
It took 11 years for Will to build the countermeasure. Beth died for it. And I knew it could fix the fracture.
The countermeasure.
This fucking thing.
Problem was, I didn't have a clue how to use it. The only person who did was dead. But Monarch had a way of getting to him before that ever happened.
The University time machine. We've got the core here.
Monarch had built their own time machine above the CFR chamber. That's where I needed to go.
You still believed you could go back and save your brother?
Yes.
Alright, I might have to call it here because I gotta head to work. Because this should be the end of this level, right? Yep. So I got pretty much everything now, which is good. So yeah, I assume this is the last level. Which
Paul
I'll
took
probably
the core
have
of the
to
time
finish
machine from the
tonight,
university,
I guess.
hooked it up to his own machine. It was part of his sick desire for control. But that gave me one last shot at fixing things. I could go back. Maybe get to Will before Paul killed him. And if I could get the countermeasure in Will's hands, maybe I could still turn everything around.
Alright, so... Okay, this is still part of the same act. And shit, there's a lot of shit that could be exploded here. And there's ammo, so I assume shit's about to go down. I do like that.
Core was set, the machine was prepped. I had to put the core door in place.
Where am I supposed to be going? Oh, inside of here.
Okay, this should do it.
Deploying the corridor. Phase 1 underway. Please clear all personnel from the operating.
HQ, it's Joyce, over. Copy. Target must be contained. Dead or alive, doesn't matter.
Target at my scope.
Blew up thing there. This destroyed 15 Chronon machines. You monster. Okay. Killed him, right? Okay. Let's see. Hang on, just got a text real quick. If my phone won't run slow. Let's see. Alright, let's give this another run. Shit, I'm down. Alright, I need to finish this already.
Of course.
Bam! Get that bitch.
Finally.
Go. Shit. Alright, just got another achievement here. Run.
Go check it out. HQ, he's here. Over.
Roger that. Over.
Get around him! Keep shooting! Reporting targets downing.
Shit. Alright, hang on guys. I gotta check. Make sure I can get to work on time. Because if not, I might have to stop there. So give me 1 second. Well, you said yeah with question marks. So I was trying to make sure. Well, basically, I'm trying to finish this game that I'm streaming, and I gotta make a decent audience build, and then when I did, I don't know if I will. Just to put people in the so I'm like, either cancel us and we can like right now and we're going up to work, or I can play for another like half hour, an hour, and get to work on time. If I catch Uber. Yeah, see, I have money. It's just that they won't treat me with my car and decide to come to my local car because I just got a new car and I have money for it. No, it'll be like an hour or so. What? Well, because like I said, perhaps we still might be that late. Or if you do have that, I can just get that and set it up. Well, alright, so take this. I'll talk to you in a moment. Alright, I'm back. Sorry that took a minute. Good old chair stream. So I still got a little bit. Hopefully I can beat this within that time frame. Alright, let's get out of it.
Of course.
Okay, so where are these guys at? I hear them. There's one. take this bitch down. Let's see. Who we got coming? Go.
Man down!
Shit.
Jesus. Serious? Fine, let's go.
Reload. Get ammo. We'll take our kill for me. Shit. This is actually a pretty hard level for once.
Find him!
Alright, so I got one guy and two snipers. Alright, I think there's one more sniper in here. Let's find out.
That was close.
Corridor deployment confirmed. Corridor now ready for insertion. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, you're welcome, you very slow machine lady. The machine was ready. I just needed to put in the date. The earliest I could go back to was the time that the core was first activated. At the university.
Not much time to rescue your brother.
I didn't have a choice.
You better be as advertised.
Nice. Alright, let's see what we got here, what we got coming for us.
escaped the lab!
What's up, fellas?
Oh, shit!
Alright, so few and far between on this one, so let's see what we got.
We've got an intruder in the lab. Core extraction team is down, over.
All of them? How? Joyce's!
We're moving in.
Open fire, but avoid damage to the core at all costs.
I got there after the fracture initiated. Too late to stop it all before it ever started.
But not too late to save Will. All you had to do was get to him in time.
Yeah, that was the plan.
HQ, we've got security footage of the Joyce brothers escaping through the server room on the lower level.
Raider Team 3, intercept immediately. Ready another extraction unit to remove the core.
What is this?
I knew I was going to end up coming back to when we left. Okay, wait. Is this one close? I feel like it should be right away.
Okay,
there's a
gotta get to the
Chronon
library.
source.
Locked.
Okay. So is that the first one? That is the first one. And I still need one more
Gotta
point
find another
to
way out of here.
upgrade my shield.
Have to reach Will before it's too late.
Let's see, what else we got in here? So one document, everything else is Chronon sources. And it looks like I have pretty much everything, but one document, one media, and Chronon sources. So I wonder if I'm missing anything.
Prowler Team, ready the heavies in the underground parking. I'm not hearing any response from Raider Team 3. We may have a situation.
Where the hell is that extraction team? We were supposed to have the core loaded in that chopper by now.
Hatch was right. Should have sent Liam Burke in first to deal with those Joyce assholes.
Directive was take alive if possible.
Nice. I need to blow up some more people to get that.
I remembered that Will and I were heading to the courtyard when the stutter hit. That's where I needed to cut him off.
Alright, I feel like there's... Look at this guy. Whee! I'll have to come back and clip that shit later. That's hilarious. So it should be a good while till I get another collectible, but I want to keep my eyes open.
Courtyard. How do I get there?
No, I don't want that shotgun. Oh, here's the Chronon source. Come on. there we go. Alright, so that's another Chronon source. That should give me enough for my slow time when I do my shield. Okay, and next one should be how far away? A good chunk away still.
You never tried to stop Monarch from extracting the core.
The fact that they stole it was the only reason I was able to return to the past. It's not a logic I wanted to mess around with.
Exactly. Time travel. Oh, isn't Liam Burke out here somewhere too? Fine, I'll just kill this guy. No. Give me my assault rifle back.
Underground parking. It's gotta be the fastest way there.
Alright. So does that count as a thing? Nope. Alright, before I go down there, just need to do some quick checking for any Chronons. Alright, yep, I think I should be good on that end. shit.
Time to move.
Alright, I need to go get some ammo.
Gotta move.
Alright, what else we got here? Is there really like nothing down here?
Oh, shit!
When Will and I had escaped from the lab after the experiment, it seemed like Monarch was dealing with somebody other than us. That was me, all along.
HQ, Striker team is down. It's Joyce.
Raider 9, what do you mean Striker team is down? How many? Fucking hell, we underestimated him. Take him out, whatever it takes.
Take down! Take down!
Guy takes so long to kill. Okay, misses. Bam! Dead.
Son of a... HQ, we spotted Jack Joyce in the student lounge.
Bandit 4, that shouldn't be possible. I'm getting reports of gunfire in the underground parking. Are you sure it's Joyce? I need visual confirmation.
Didn't expect to, did you?
Hey, Naria.
Burke, the hell are you doing down here? Let's go see Wade.
Alright.
Gate control. I don't have the code.
Alright. Just trying to double check for any chronons and such. I don't think there's anything, but let me double check. Hang on.
Burke, the hell are you doing down here?
I need the gate passcode. They need me up there.
Fuck if I know. Let's go see Wade.
Oh, then they go up here.
You get all the fun.
Probably because I'm not rocking those up the edge.
So wait, where else is he? Alright, I followed him to here. Alright, let's try that one more time. Yeah, it's 4:39 here. I actually found out I'm going to work a little bit later, but I'm still trying to get going.
I need the gate passcode.
Let's go see Wade.
Gotta round up the witnesses.
How come you get all the fun?
Probably because I'm not rocking those up the edge. Pants. Hatch's orders.
Alright. Oh, they're there.
Neighbor of the beast, you know?
All right.
665. Okay.
Get your team prepped for combat. I don't have a good feeling about all this.
Love you, Naya. I'm trying to play real quick so I can finish. So wait, does that count as anything? Alright, you wanna be here? You can be here, but sit down, relax.
I'm not done with you yet.
Alright, stop. Alright, oh, I've already read this one, so that's cool. And let's make sure. Okay, so that is not a document, but there's a chronon source near. It's back this way, so I assume it's upstairs or something.
Alright, rigged up this beast to the campus power. Last time he counted fucking weight to bring the battery.
Good. Whoever's tearing through that parking lot ain't getting out here.
Really?
HQ,
There he
hostile
is.
in sight. Over.
All units, we have
Damn it.
contact.
He's dead.
Looks like it's plugged in somewhere else.
Nice. Wait, I can't.
No time to lose. I gotta get to Will.
Well, I know there's a chronon up here somewhere too, though.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Door's still barred. Whoever's here ain't left yet.
How the fuck did Joyce take out those strikers?
He's obviously not alone. My bet is there's at least 5 of them working together. So keep your eyes peeled.
What was that?
Take cover! Find the target!
Okay, gotta get to the library.
Alright. Nice. Okay. We're good on ammo. Now let's get going.
Have to reach Will before it's too late. No time to lose. I gotta get to Will. Shit. Too late. I gotta beat him to the library.
Shit.
I got orders to patrol the rooftops.
We already got men up there.
And they want more. Take it up with Serene if you disagree.
Okay, nope, not there. Come on, jump. What else is there? Both the same. Wait, what's this way? Ew. I was hoping I can get up there. Nope. I feel like I missed one.
This is Airlift Prime. We've got the Time Machine Core in transit.
Beth.
Joyce in the library. Awaiting orders. Over.
Gotta move, Jack.
I died. I don't know how that stupid thing happened.
HQ, we've got William Joyce in the library. Awaiting orders.
Yeah, that's... I don't know, I feel like that's far. I missed one.
Jack.
But
Roger.
it's not
Keep a
like I'm
skeleton
running
crew
into
and wait
anyone
for
right now.
arrival of Monarch Actual. Everybody else needs to reunite at the Dry Docks Cronin extraction grounds. Wait for further orders there. Library is set to blow in 5 minutes.
We're not getting any response from the sniper unit. Investigating the rooftops as we speak.
Keep me posted.
Alright, let's see. Oh shit, I missed two? Two of them. Okay, so I have to replay this level at some point.
The whole sniper unit's wiped. No way he did that on his own. We need to find out who's unaccounted for. This might be an inside job. Let's start a list of who's missing. It's him! Joyce is on the rooftop! Negative! He's in the library! We're under fire!
Get your goddamn stories right. Where is he? I need answers! Where the hell is Joyce?
Shit! I'm out!
HQ, this is Monarch Actual. Cancel that order, I'm on my way. I'll deal with Jack personally.
You heard him. Stand down.
Hold on, Will. I'm almost there. Okay, gotta get to the library. Have to reach Will before it's too late.
Okay, so I guess you can't go that way. Although, let me try one more thing. Nope. Okay, cannot go to the rooftop.
If Joyce is in the library, then who'd they spot up here?
Don't know, but I'm giving us weapons free.
But
Engage!
it's him!
Alright, let's see. Ah, shit. I fell off the roof. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to get this finished. Hopefully get it done soon, because I gotta head out soon. Alright. Killed all these bitches. Reload.
If Joyce is in the library, then who'd they spot up here?
Don't know, but I'm giving us 30 seconds to find
Shit!
out.
Fuck! It's him! Take out the civilian. Engaging target!
I was trying to blow up that canister on him, but guess turns out that wasn't gonna work the way I wanted it to.
Finding sniper cover.
Empty mag! Covering Advance! What the hell? No way! Friendly can't move!
This is Monarch Actual. Approaching library rear entrance.
Oh no, no. Got it.
Stand by to detonate the library. I'm going in.
Fuck. Will? Already gone. Lobby. Lobby, I'm running out of time. Why? Why? Who is she?
She knows about.
Will.
There is. That's why I can't risk you opposing me, Will. It doesn't have to end like this.
I don't know if that means I was too late. I think I'm missing collectibles here. We will find out. This is like the longest loading screen ever. Oh, so it was too late. Damn. It's the only time I've actually had limited time to do something. I've been pretty much able to search wherever.
Stand by to detonate the library. I'm going in.
Fuck. Will? Already gone. Lobby. Why? Lobby, I'm running out of time.
She knows about the fracture. I trust her.
Glad you trusted somebody. Will.
There's no harm in trying. There is. That's why I can't. Trigger. I never wanted this.
Come on, gotta move.
I got none of the collectibles on that level. What happened?
Jack. You saved me.
Welcome back. Hey, Will. Here's a present.
Countermeasure. How? Oh, Jack.
Will! Come on! Come on, Will, let's go. Monarch had it the whole time. Does it work?
Came back from the future. For me. Fracture wasn't fixed.
Not yet. Does it work?
Theory, yes. We gotta get back to my time machine. Gotta get us back to the time where you came from.
No.
Future.
No.
It's the only way.
We need to stop the fracture here, in this time. Now.
Oh, Jack, listen to me. The fracture wasn't fixed in the time where you came from. So fixing it here, it's always gonna fail.
People are going to die, Will. You haven't seen what happens between now and then.
No, but you have. What you have done has set in motion a chain of events that cannot be broken.
Look, we don't know
And
that
if it could be broken, it could jeopardize the entire world. We get one shot at this. There's too much at stake, Jack.
Look, I know the stakes, okay?
And you gotta let go, Jack. Everything you have done to get to this place is necessary. Trust me. The past is set, but the future isn't. Right? We gotta go. This way.
For what you said.
Yay, last second rescue.
It's true, then how did I save you? I saw you die, Will.
Think, Jack. You never physically saw me die, did you?
I watched a roof collapse on top of you.
Creating the illusion of my death, yes. Which brought you here to make sure it remained only an illusion. It's all a loop. If time is an egg, then...
No egg metaphors.
Get down. Over here.
Goddamn bloodbath in there. I need some air.
Cleaners better get here quick.
Wait for them to leave. Now, I know it's a lot to take in, but the fact that you managed to save me and yet still maintain the illusion of my death is actually further proof of my point. The past remains intact.
Stick to the plan.
Nothing changes,
All
and the Novikov self-consistency principle prevails.
Oh, great. We can high-five about that later.
Right. Let's save the world first.
Come on, let's meet up with the convoy.
do I go now or what?
Okay, they're gone. Let's go.
Surprised you actually waited. It's almost like you're listening to me.
Well, the last time I didn't listen to you, the fracture occurred. Consider me open to following orders.
That doesn't sound like my brother.
I know.
Hopefully that's not going to bite me in the ass later.
All right, through here.
Amy.
We can't risk helping them.
I know what happens if I don't.
And it'll still happen, Jack. I meant what I said back there. And there are no exceptions. If you get suckered into trying to change what can't be changed, it may cost us everything. Please, Jack. Our future depends on this.
Shit.
You said Monarch had the countermeasure this whole time. How? Why?
Paul was using it to fuel some kind of messed up survival program.
They must have somehow repurposed it as a localized Chronon field regulator. Dr. Amaral and Dr. Kim both took positions at Monarch. Now I think I understand why. We have to go, Jack. We can't risk being spotted here.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to check for extras. Yeah, I kill people in here. Where's the Chronon source? Okay, let's see. So that's the last one, so I'm missing 2.
Hey,
That sucks.
there we go.
Wait, where the hell did he go? Oh, in here.
I always assumed it was Beth Wilder who had the countermeasure, keeping it safe. She was the one who warned me, told me to build it.
I know.
You met her. Is she helping us?
She was.
Ah, I see. Come on, this place isn't safe. Whoosh, watch out. Well, hey. Go this way now.
Stupid time travel. Felt like this game was gonna end, and it just seems to like never end. Come on. These are the longest loading screens ever. Let's see what will happen next. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Alright, come on. It took forever to load that little bit.
Look, I know I've kept you in the dark. But when I started my work, you were so young, and afterwards, I always hoped it would all pass you by without touching you.
Yeah. I get it. Come on. Let's just go to the future and...
Alright, so let's see. There's 3 collectibles.
It's a mess.
And there's one, and hopefully that's the first one. Yep.
Wait a second. There.
Shit, I should have checked outside.
It's locked.
You hid the machine here. You really never used it yourself?
No, I didn't dare. Not after the men came out. It was Paul. Tried to kill me.
Hey, Night Owls. It's your boy, Bobby. Listen, if anybody's at the protest at the Riverport University, I'd sure love to hear from you. All lines are open. We'll be right back.
Alright, let's see. Come on, where we at? Nothing in here, right? So there's that one Chronon source, and I think that's the last collectible, although I'm missing a couple, so... As you can see, I have pretty much everything in this game. Okay, so not there. Let's go.
Damn. Rusted shut. Jack, a hand? One more time.
Come on.
When Monarch came for the time machine at the university, Paul was trapped in it. He escaped into the future. Whatever happened to him there changed him.
Somehow he found my machine there and used it to come back to 1999.
And founded Monarch. He escaped from Monarch and became what he escaped from.
Insanity. I never should have built the machine. I should have left well enough alone.
There we go. So this level's 100%ed, which is nice. I'm missing 2 Chronon sources and 1 document.
Just the way I left it. Hope it still works.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to the future. A little after your time of departure. Before the fractures stop time permanently. I don't know, I'm a little concerned about this.
It'll be dangerous.
Of course it'll be dangerous. At this point, what isn't? But I have been curious to try this. Wow. So this is what it looks like. Hey, Jack. When we exit, it'll be a little past the point you were at when you left to save me. That's our window, when we know it can work, but before time actually ends for good.
It may not be much of a window. Monarch was sure it was imminent.
Huh. Like they're experts.
They kind of are.
All they know they stole from me. You worry about your end, I'll worry about mine.
All right, Will. That works.
This is amazing. All those years, I never imagined.
Crap. Hang on, Will. What the hell did they do to finish? Time to move. Will, I need to get him moving. We don't have time for this.
Okay, yep.
Better not, Jack. I don't know how Will managed to get here, but we're getting it.
This is bigger than the two of us. You know time's about to stop for good.
Yes, it is. Hence the lifeboat program.
A bunch of desperate people sitting around in a bunker somewhere waiting for the inevitable? Jesus, Paul.
You stole the CFR, Jack.
I stole it?
And the plan depends on it. So, I'll take that back now, please.
I can't do that.
I know.
don't know what happened or what I was supposed to do. Shit's getting crazy. Okay.
Better not, Jack.
Alright, skip this cinematic. Let's get into the fight. I don't get what I'm supposed to do there. Alright, come on.
Better not, Jack. I don't know how...
Come on.
Vulnerable now.
We need to contain him. Move in and engage.
Reload on ammo.
Incoming.
shit, it's getting intense. Oh, so I kill him.
Hey, Will, hey. It's okay. Jack. What? Never mind. Tell me later. We got work to do. I'll have to hook up the countermeasure to the core. It's designed to hypersaturate the Maya Joyce field with chronon particles. The time machine's like an amplifier. It'll cause a chain reaction and rejuvenate the field. It'll be a universal event.
I'll take your word for it. Just make it happen.
Jack, give me a hand with this.
What do you need?
The countermeasure's charge is low. We'll need a jolt of chronon particles. A jump start. That's you.
Alright, come on.
Don't stop.
Hurry up! It's working. It's like I'm pushing against the entire goddamn universe. I got it!
Nice.
The countermeasure. It stitched time back together everywhere. The destruction couldn't be undone. The lives we lost were real. But we fixed it.
Jack.
Will.
Clocks kept on ticking.
Come on. Come on. I think we just saved the universe.
Yeah. Where's Paul?
He's dead. He's gone. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Will, he was wrong about everything.
Was he?
Will. The countermeasure worked.
Whoa. Countermeasure burned out. But the Maya Joyce field should be stable now. Of course, I'll have to run a few tests to confirm. But there's no reason to believe that the fracture isn't over.
Am I turning into a shifter?
One more question. Paul Serene's entire philosophy was that time is a set path, and nothing can be changed. At the time, you obviously disagreed. But after everything you've seen and done, we need to know. What do you believe now? Was he right? Or is it possible to change things?
I'll come back for you.
So I guess I believe I can change things. There's no sound to the end. I'll let the credits roll because that's what I always do, and I'm actually getting ready to go to work. So I'm put the mic on mute for a second while I go get ready and the credits roll. See you guys in a second. Alright guys, I know this is kind of a boring couple of minutes here. But we're just, I always watch all the credits because one game messed me up where it was an achievement to watch through the credits. And so that's messed me up basically for life. Yep, the end. Now I'm just waiting on this. Which I don't know if it tells me how long it's going to be. I think it's dumb that it's such a quiet ending. Like, I don't know. Usually, they at least have music. Well, you know what? This probably does have music. But the fact that I put it on streaming mode, they probably don't. They probably can't play the music because it's copyrighted. So, Alright, Microsoft Studio, thanks. So we should be coming to a close here. Put this on mute one more time while I go get the rest of my stuff and get ready for work. This is really a long scene. Alright. I'm gonna skip it because otherwise I'll be late to work.
You've been very patient with us and very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, well, that patience is starting to wear pretty thin.
Of course. Right outside.
Mr. Joyce.
Finally. Thought you wanted to talk, not get my life story.
Well, you were at the heart of all of this. And you can understand our need to find out exactly what happened.
I heard it's all being pinned on Paul. It's quite the feat.
Paul Serene always danced to his own tune, you know that. He and his delusions did tremendous damage to Monarch. But we can still salvage this company. We could use a man like you. It's not the same Monarch you know, Mr. Joyce. Your exceptional qualities are obvious, and we both know you have certain needs our expertise could help with. We can help each other.
Oh, nice. I'll have to try it sometime. That left me at a junction. Alright guys, well that's it for me today. I might redo this with the different choices and stuff. But as of right now, that's going to be